A Tattler's Tale. Oh my god, this episode from the Loud House sucks. Here are the reasons why this episode sucks in my opinion. The episode starts while the Loud kids are having a secret meeting in Lori and Leanie's room at night. They're discussing about their deepest, darkest secrets. Lincoln accidentally broke their dad's disco ball with his remote control airplane. Lori accidentally scratched the van with her rhinestone purse. Luna caused a city-wide blackout during her jam session, and Lucy dyed their mom's wedding dress black for her pretend betrothal. The kids are having a good time, and Lincoln explains to the viewers that everybody has secrets, and they need to let them loose somewhere. So they started their secret meetings to tell each other, since they could always trust each other. Except for a certain someone. Lola enters the room so she can join her siblings, but they all refuse to include her because of her reputation as the family tattletale. When she tries to tell them that she has changed, the doubtful siblings still deny her access, and in a state of fury, she tosses her tiara aside and yells for their mom. The moment Lola leaves, the kids go back to telling secrets. The next morning, Lincoln wakes up, and is horrified to see Lola in his room. She asks Lincoln if he would like to be her personal butler during her tea party. When Lincoln refuses to do so, Lola threatens him by telling Dad how he broke his disco ball. Not wanting to be tattled on, Lincoln is forced into doing Lola's favor, much to his frustration. Later that day, Lola is riding in her princess car and Lucy is nearby, sitting under the tree reading her poem book. Lola asks Lucy if she could drive the car so she can practice her pageant wave. When she denies to do so, Lola threatens to tattle on her to Mom for dyeing her dress black. Not wanting to be tattled on, Lucy is forced into doing Lola's task. Later, in the living room, Lori is on her phone, Luna is watching TV, and Lynn Sr. is reading the newspaper. Lola asks Luna if she can sit in the middle of the couch, but when she denies her this, Lola threatens to tattle on her for causing the blackout. Because they're right next to their dad, Luna is forced to place Lola on the couch, while she angrily sits on the floor. Lola then asks Lori if she can scratch her head. Lori doesn't want to do it, claiming she needs both of her hands to text. When Lola threatens to tell Dad about her scratching incident, Lori is forced to do Lola's bidding. By now, Lola has forced all of her siblings into hanging out with or doing favors for her, such as Lana being her partner in her tea party, Lisa making the alphabet out of macaroni, Luna playing medieval music, Luan being her jester, by telling even worse jokes, and Lynn painting her toenails. Lola enjoys their service, but they don't. That night, the kids are having another secret meeting and complaining about Lola. If they deny any of her requests, she'll tell Mom and Dad their secrets. Eventually, they get suspicious when they figure that someone is snitching on them. This results in the kids fighting. During their squabble, Lincoln falls out and notices Lola's tiara, which has a microphone attached to it. Realizing this, Lincoln tells the girls to stop fighting and points out that Lola's the one who discovered their secrets when Lola tossed aside her tiara the night before. The microphone attached to it caught everything him and the rest of the sisters said. Lincoln points out to his 9 other sisters that if they want to get back at Lola, they have to find a secret about her. Lynn tells him that the chances are unlikely because of Lola always being one step ahead, but Lincoln reassures them that everyone makes mistakes, even Lola. The next day, as Lisa, Luna and Lynn pamper to Lola, Lincoln uses this distraction to snoop around Lana and Lola's room, hoping find some dirt on Lola. Unfortunately, as Lynn predicted, Lola is one step ahead of Lincoln, as every location he looks has a note saying that she would never leave a secret and to tell the reader to get out of her room. When Lincoln picks up one of Lola's tiaras and asks himself how Lola does it, he is warned that Lola is heading back into her room. This forces Lincoln to jump out the window and land in a cactus. The Lude's neighbor, Mr. Grouse, sees Lincoln wearing Lola's tiara, and sarcastically asks him if he's going to participate in a beauty pageant. This inspires Lincoln to head to the pageant hall, and ask Lola's competitors if they know any dirt on her. However, Lola's competitors are way too scared to give Lincoln anything. However, Lincoln notices one of Lola's competitors hiding in a closet. she knows a secret about Lola and is willing to help Lincoln due to her deep animosity towards her. She tells the secret to Lincoln, who is flabbergasted upon hearing it, as do the other sisters when he tells it to them. They then confront Lola and let her know they know her secret. Lola is shocked, because if she ever tells Mom and Dad about their secrets, Lincoln and the others will rat her out in return. The other kids then leave to go hang out, leaving Lola at a stalemate. That night, as the loud kids have another secret meeting, Luan tells the others that she'd just seen Lola entering their parents' bedroom. Fearing that Lola's ratting them out, they quickly head downstairs, only to find Lola sadly walking out of their parents' room. Lola glumly explains to her siblings that she took the blame for all the stuff that they did, and that their parents grounded her for a month. Upon being questioned why she did it, Lola explains that all she ever wanted was to join their group, and she had blackmailed them into doing those favors for her because she initially assumed that it was the only way to get them to spend time with her. But now she realizes that she went about it the wrong way. Instead of using her siblings' secrets against them, what she should have done was earn their trust, so that way they would have been willing to spend time with her. Lola then excuses herself, intending to stay in her room for the next 30 days and work on earning her siblings' trust again, while they look on with sympathy. Later, as Lola lays on her bed, in a style similar to a prison cell, Lincoln invites himself into her room, saying that after a lot of thinking, and feeling sorry for her, she's allowed to be in the club. This causes Lola to jump off her bed in excitement. At the end, as the other sisters enter the room and tell their secrets, Lola looks on with joy, knowing that she's finally one with the group. Later, as Lincoln and the sisters leave, Lola proceeds to tell her stuffed dolls her siblings' secrets, since they are not alive, and won't be able to tell anyone, telling the viewers that she's Lola Loud. She has to spill some secrets somehow. And that's how the episode goes. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. It's a waste of time. I dunno who likes or hates this episode, so I'm gonna leave it be. So screw Tattler's Tale. And screw Fool's Paradise. Middlemen is 577,000 times better than 8 Tattler's Tale. End of rant.